Pisces, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of December. We are in eclipse season and it's really hectic and harried and a lot of change in a very short period of time. Eclipses bring things to light so that we can see them and glean the lessons and see them in a way we never have before. Sometimes it's something that's been brewing and building up and finally it boils over. Sometimes it's something that you had no clue about that comes into your life and changes it forever. Eclipses are fated situations and encounters because the nodes of the moon have to be within 19 degrees of the full moon or the new moon in order to have an eclipse. And to have a total solar eclipse or a total lunar eclipse, the nodes have to be within 9 degrees. And so this is a big deal. We are in a time of a lot of change, and Neptune, which is the modern ruler of your sign, stationed direct on December 1st today at 8:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We felt that build up the last 5 days of November and we're feeling it now. I certainly am feeling it in a big way. I've done this video about 5 times, but I'm going to do it now and hopefully you'll accept if it's flawed because I want to give you this report. So we're all feeling the Neptune haze as so much change is happening, and we're in a uncharted time in history, a very sad time, and it can feel very directionless and hopeless right now. But the good news is that the ruler of your sign is now direct and another outer planet is direct. So the only planet retrograde right now is Uranus. So that's a good thing. And so we've got that going on. On December 3rd, there is a total solar eclipse that occurs at 11:43 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and on December 4th at 2:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 12 degrees and 22 minutes of the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius. And we feel that energy a huge way. Now for you, the Sun and Mercury are already transiting in your house of career and life goals. So good for focusing on your career and networking and marketing yourself and communicating with a lot of people. Maybe you're doing negotiations. And then the solar eclipse brings huge opportunities. It is a new moon, like on 20 cups of cappuccino. I just had a half of one, but I'm not feeling like an eclipse. Well, I am feeling eclipsed, but that's a different story. So set intentions, do the law of abundance, and really work with this energy. You have such a good imagination. So work with the dream. On December 6th, Mars, which has been transiting in your house of promotion and publicity and teaching and learning, forms a helpful sextile to Pluto, which is transiting in your house of friends and groups. And that's good for promotion and marketing yourself and working with community or with friends. And then on December 7th, Mercury, which is the planet of communication, forms a challenging square to Neptune at 10:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that could bring miscommunication at work for you or in your relationships conceivably. It's good for doing manifesting work. Later that day, Mars, which is the planet of action, squares Jupiter at 1:21 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and on December 8th at 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's just a lot going on. It's good for working with manifesting energy for you in a big way, but also good for promotion. On December 11th, there's a very heavy energy. Venus, which is going to retrograde later in the month on the 19th, is going to meet up with Pluto, the planet of death and regeneration, at 11:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is the first of 3 meetups because they're going to meet up again on December 25th and on March 2nd. And Venus is in Capricorn until March 6th, there for a long time, in your house of friends and groups and networking. And realistically, a lot of people from your past will resurface with this energy. Venus entered Capricorn on November 5th and it will remain in Capricorn until March 6th of 2022. And Venus entered its shadow on November 17th, meaning the degree it stations direct on January 29th, which is going to be 11 degrees and 4 minutes of Capricorn. And if you're single, this is a good opportunity with Venus in your house of friends and groups for meeting people and networking. It's difficult to get into a new relationship with Venus retrograde because sometimes there can be something off about it. But on the other hand, it can be very karmic when a relationship begins. I've seen that with Venus retrograde. And realistically, a lot of old friends and acquaintances will resurface, and reconnecting to community. So figuring out how you can take steps with that, because we've been in such an isolating time and such a painful time, and Venus is urging you to connect with groups and community. So it's a big deal, and it's going to be there again until Pisces season on March 6th of next year. And on that date, Mercury forms a helpful sextile to Jupiter at 2:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That does bring optimism in the communication, but the Sun squares Neptune at 10:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and at 10:21 Pacific Standard Time, and on December 12th at 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that could definitely dissolve relationships. And again, Neptune rules your sign, so very sensitive, emotional energy, very passionate, but very heavy, and people will be feeling really worked up, I think, with that. On December 13th, there's much more of an optimistic and exuberant energy. Mars, which is the planet of action, enters the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius, and will transit in your house of career and life goals until January 25th. And this is really good for you for getting things accomplished. This is a new 2-year cycle around your career where you just experienced the total solar eclipse. So a lot of focus on your career. And I have to say, I didn't even say this, that Jupiter, the luckiest planet, is going to enter your sign at the end of the month, bringing a lot of gifts and blessings and opportunities. So Mars is urging you to really get going on getting things done and accomplishing things, because you have a lot to work with. And Jupiter will open a lot of doors for you when it does come to your sign. On December 18th, there is a full moon at 11:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 27 degrees and 29 minutes of the mutable air sign of Gemini. And this occurs in your house of home and family. And on that date, Mercury, which rules the sign of Gemini, squares Chiron, the wounded healer. And Chiron is transiting in the cardinal fire sign of Aries. And that could be a difficult energy, definitely be painful. And that full moon officially ends eclipse season, but realistically we're still very much working with the eclipse energy, because these are huge eclipses, and I feel that, I think we'll still be, dealing with it for quite a while. But the full moon does officially end it, but it's going to be a very heavy, a lot of information coming out and regarding family and real estate and that area of your life, but just in general, a lot of news for all of us. And it's the day before Venus officially retrogrades on December 19th at 5:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 26 degrees and 29 minutes of the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn. This sets off for Pluto retrograded in April of this year, the cosmic compost, which urges us to eliminate, which no longer serves us. And again, you're reevaluating your friendships. There may be some friendships that you distance yourself from in the next few months, and there are some that you may want to reconnect with more and commit to more. And then on December 20th, Mercury forms a very helpful trine to Uranus, and that's very innovative thinking and good for you for networking with people and coming up with very inventive ideas. On December 21st, we have the winter solstice, and the sun enters the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn at 10:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where it will be until January 19th in your house of friends and groups and networking. So a lot of emphasis on your friends, community, and meeting people and connecting, and a lot of emphasis on your career this month. So big deal, you know. And on December 24th, there's a hectic energy for all of us. Saturn and Uranus square each other in the sky a third and final time at at 2:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius, where it is currently transiting in your house of endings and the unconscious mind, and Uranus is transiting in the fixed earth sign of Taurus, where it's not necessarily very happy, and it's a growing pain in adjusting to this whole new era, the new age of Aquarius, which is very unpredictable and in some ways uncertain, but also brilliant and futuristic. But that occurs, and there will definitely be tension for all of us around that time. On the following day, on December 25th, Venus and Pluto meet up a second time at 7:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, there could be breakups of that energy. And it's also, I think, honoring and you know, it's so many people. We've lost so many loved ones in this time. And so many people won't be celebrating the holidays this year and won't be with us. And it's the ending of the year, which is always difficult for people. The holidays are always a very tough time. It's a very reflective time of year. What have you accomplished? Where's your life going? Where's the time gone? You know, and the people that are no longer with us. So that's going to be heavy. Mars trines Chiron, the wounded healer, and that gives the courage to face the wounds, but that's a painful energy, I feel, you know. But on the 26th of December, Mercury forms a helpful sextile to Neptune, and that could be very helpful for you for manifesting and for working with the dream, and that occurs at 4:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On December 28th, drum roll, Jupiter, the grand benefic, enters your sign, the mutable water sign of Pisces, at 11:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to transit in your sign until May 10th. It's going to tour for a few months in Aries until October 28th in your house of money and income and possessions, increasing your financial opportunities. It re-enters your sign on October 28th, where it will be until December 20th, and then it re-enters Aries and enters your house of income and money as you begin 2023. But this is awesome because Jupiter in your sign is going to open many doors, and Jupiter rules your sign in ancient astrology, so it's in its dignity, its suspension of disbelief, it's expanding through your dreams and imagination. It's going to bring so many new things for you and magnetize so many things. You have such a vivid imagination. Really work with manifesting with this. This is excellent. On December 29th, Mercury and Venus meet up at 5:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can be heavy energy with friends and groups, and it's kind of intense. And on the following day, on December 30th, Mercury and Pluto meet up at 4:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can bring power struggles or arguments with friends conceivably. It's good for doing work and doing research, getting to the bottom of things, but that's going to be heavy energy as well. And on that date, the moon enters the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius at 6:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes void of course on January 1st at 3:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with a void to Neptune. And to me, that encapsulates the energy because we all are feeling, how are we going to get through this? We're trying to figure out how to navigate this journey. Yet Jupiter newly in your sign, showing that we can expand through our dreams, that we cannot give up on our dreams, and that there's so much creativity that we can achieve together because we're still in the age of Aquarius, which is about community. And on the 1st, the sun trines Uranus at 4:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that shows the ability within each of us to invent and innovate in this difficult time. I wish you a lot of luck and Happy New Year, and thank you.